Hey everybody, so in today's episode of Let's Discuss, I'm getting together with some lovely moms and we're going to talk about the secrets, the behind the scenes of motherhood, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if you're interested, this is what's coming up and you're watching Freddie Talks TV.
The truth is that men do know things happen. They know their friends do things, and they don't do anything about it at all because they think it's cool. Oh, it's not a big deal. She wanted it, or whatever, or why not? Or well, she knew what she was getting into. Even I had discussions with guys that disgusted me. I was like, men that I respected. I'm like, what kind of discussions are? And when I look out there, I was like, where are the guys? And there are some incredible guys out there that took a stand, and some that did not. And then you ask, what is the problem? That's it. It's right there. It's that women are afraid to stick up for other women. Number one, because we're afraid of judgment. And then you have men are like, well, it's about all of us. Like they're offended. No, it's not about all of you.
Stigma.
It's not about that. It's about women are tired of being subjected to sexual abuse or harassment or being sexually objectified. We're over it.
Instead of just keeping it back there, now we're actually putting it forward, and it's a topic of discussion that we can openly talk about, and get support from all types of views, and those that seen themselves that are saying, we're being looked at as the negative figure. We want to let them know, what, you're not only being looked at as a negative figure, but now you have to step up and say, what, if I did something wrong, let's be accountable about it, and let's make a change and move forward.
So my only thing is, I don't know why it ever got separated by it happening only to women, and men were the only issue. When they say Me Too, you can be sexually abused by a female too.
Correct.
It can be a female on female,
that's
not
true.
female on male.
Right.
It can be female on female.
True.
And I think that men saying, being saying oh, it's, why are they looking at me in the wrong way? They should be saying, let's be here, support each other as a community, as a human race, not just let's separate each other because you're a female, and we're male.
Right.
It's that we're here to support you, and women as well. We're here to support each other and to support the male race. It shouldn't be separated because of the sex that you are.
In that topic, and how we can make it an easier topic so we can be able to talk about it on the table.
So, I mean, you're bringing that topic, like I said, I have a 16-year-old, and one of the questions he says is I don't understand it, you always tell me you have to be a gentleman, you have to treat women right, but why do we need to let women abuse us? If a woman comes and smacks us out of nowhere, what are we supposed to do? We start walking away.
So should we make the hashtag more universal then?
Yeah.
I mean,
It should be
should
more
be
universal.
about abuse, not just abuse against
I
women?
disagree.
It's just
I'm sorry.
abuse?
I don't. Parties.
So how
And
do
you
you
go to those
research?
things.
How do you
Well,
research?
when I get
What are your
involved.
criteria?
There's no criteria.
OC
My
court.
criteria is not numbers or anything like that. It's just being around them, being around the kids sometimes. If it's a kid that is cussing already at a young age, I have, not that I never cuss, I do sometimes, but hardly ever.
Yeah.
But if all those kids are throwing bad words and they say things that are very disrespectful,
You
I'm
definitely
my
don't
son
do
is
that.
already no. So that's how I judge it usually. Because sometimes the parents are great, but the kid is same. So just you just want to, I'm just kidding. There's no saying kid. There are. That could be questionable. That could be argued. That's why they have the movie The Bad Seed. But anyway, I just choose my kids because I believe kids are like plants in a garden, and if you put good, if you have weeds around them, they're just not gonna grow. But if you have really good plants around them, which are their friends and the people around them, they're gonna grow and they're gonna flourish.
I'll say something about weeds. There's nothing wrong with weeds.
Okay, marijuana's legal. We know.
Because I'm an herbalist, so
Okay.
dandelion seeds, dandelion
And they're
weeds,
really good.
they're really good for you.
They're very good.
So
That's
it's kind of an
Very
analogy you
natural.
can't really use because there's weeds out there that are really beneficial for you, and people think that they're really bad for you, so they yank them out. Not
So I have to be
another
careful with
one.
my analogies.
Yes.
When you're gonna get when an herbalist is in the house.
Herbalist, may I? What should I say?
Nothing about plants.
I will not talk about plants today.
No plants
Say no
today.
plants.
Sticking on to kids, okay?
Speak.
No, I'm not afraid to speak at all.
She's just holding back right now.
Say it.
I'm not, just a lot of us would rather be a modern mom, I think, than a classic mom. It's just a lot more. We know that those 2-3 hours that we're at home with the kids, it's like, can I get out of here? You know,
But the thing is, how could you not be both? I don't like. You can be.
Well, that's why we are a modern mom now.
See, I don't think it's just a modern. I think it's both because you still like, as a modern mom, don't you still have to stay with your kids at home? I mean, aren't you still staying with your kids at home?
Not
Well,
4 hours.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like when they come back?
We
from
actually
school,
go
where they
out
live?
and have conversations with adults. Whereas,
don't.
you know, when you're like with you know, like a stay-at-home mom, that's especially when they're young. I mean, like that's your conversations with this child.
And it's actually very true because, you know, unless you have any kind of mom groups now that you get on the platform, you know, on social media, you know, you have, you know, these little groups, you know, that you guys make, that we make like little play dates and things like that. I can tell you, I mean, I have a 2-year-old, you know, for the first year, you know, I didn't see my friends, you know, not because I didn't want to, you know, it's just because I didn't have the time for them.
Yeah.
Much respect for the fact that you're single.
Yeah, thank you so much. But you know, it's a lot of work. But even when you're a mom that has, you know, your spouse, you know, your partner, it's the same. It's
Another child.
It's another joke. I don't want to say that.
I was just about to say it, but I didn't want to say it. I'm like,
Like,
my husband's watching it.
I'm okay.
You know, it just depends. It just depends.
Don't listen
on,
to that.
Just depends. It depends on the of
Just
course
beep it out.
it depends on the what's it called the relationship that you know each unique your relationship. But I can tell you right now, you know, that I know that there's moms there that have their partner, their husbands there, and they have their child. And guess what? She's the one, you know, doing everything, you know, most of the time. Don't get me wrong, he's trying to help too. But it's like, yeah, they get to sit down, you know, and watch news, you know.
Or because they were gone from 8 to 5, it's okay for them to come home and turn on the TV, you know.
Yeah,
and
you
the
know.
moms that are been home all day, they're not allowed to do that because they still have to get dinner on the table, get the
Have to
kids
wash
showered, go to bed.
Wash the dishes, you know, put things away and everything.
So
You know,
the modern mom just became the classic mom with just more stuff to do.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's the
That's
same
what-
thing. I do all of the things. I clean and I
Yes,
cook and I pick up my kids and I stay with them and I only go out if it's for work. My kids are organized because I'm always cleaning.
Yeah, well, I can say something different about that because I have an aunt who's always cleaning, always telling the kids, hey, can you pick up this, can you pick up that? But the kids will not do it unless the mother tells them to. So
they don't have the
lazy.
personal motivation
Yeah,
or drive to do
A
it.
veces tienen que repetir, like it's okay. Sometimes you just gotta repeat
They're
how
21.
many things.
Oh, they're 21!
It's over. It's over. But I'm still thinking
That's
if
what
I
we're talking about,
because I've
80-year-old.
seen it the other way. Because I've had roommates in college. Like I was almost 6, and my mom, we had a maid all the time, but she'd always still make me clean. And I was the oldest. She's like, you have to be good life.
Because you're the
I'm like, but there's a person that she knows. Okay, so you have to do it. So I was always cleaning, like I would come home from school and I would have to clean and then I could do my homework. And then I would wake up and so I gotta thank her for that because she made me a great multitasker and that's why when
Sus hijos preguntan acerca de la religión, de por qué Dios o por qué no, por qué
se
está-
pone gente
ajá.
eso.
Sí. ¿Cómo responden a eso?
Edúcalos porque I mean I know because I wear the hijab muchas veces, like I'm not sure if you want me to speak back and forth, but
It's English, Spanish,
Yeah.
English,
so
whatever
a
you
lot
guys
of kids, so obviously I wear the hijab
Uh-huh.
and I go and people ask me like, oh, you're so cool, you're not crazy like the Muslims. And I'm like, oh man, let's put it on.
Oh, God.
Alright, okay, so 2 years
It's
ago
a
I put it on.
stereotype, you know.
Right. So I put it on, and that's why I put it on, because I've always been Muslim, I follow the rules, but I never did wear the hijab, I was dressed conservatively. And then I began to wear the hijab, and then I had the same kid I used to be reading the Mimi the Reading Fair. I used to read books to kids, because I love volunteering and all these things, and I love kids. 'Cause when they're yours, you love them, but they work you a little bit, but I love seeing kids happy, and I love their imaginations, right? So the point is when I wore the hijab, like 2 years ago, and I did it because I wanted to
See the end
be
product
able
of
to
it.
create those conversations because I didn't realize how strange it was to people.
Single mom versus unhappily married mom. Which one is better for the kids?
I say single mom because she's
Single
gonna
mom?
be a happy mother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
unhappily, when the
Right.
child sees you unhappy,
He's
they're gonna
down.
follow
It
those
affects them.
steps.
It
Yep.
affects them.
Wow, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
100%.
We agree.
Yeah.
classic, cook everything, feel like the man of the house, right? And it really wasn't until I got a divorce that all of a sudden, like, a bubble just burst. My career my career just went uphill. I was able to buy a house on my own. Something we had never been able to do. Like, so my son got to see, like, you know what, my mom kicks ass. Like, she's awesome. And, he got to live all of that with me. And, even going through all of that, I never allowed my son to disrespect his dad. I said, he's your father, and you have whatever relationship you want with him. That's none of my business. So, and now he appreciates it. He's like, you know what, Mom, thank you.
So 100%, a woman walks in here, I'm unhappily married. I don't know, do I stay for the kids or not?
Get out.
Get out?
Get
out.
You know what? It's hard.
It's hard.
It's gonna be hard.
Because you always feel like it.
Yeah,
it's super hard, especially financially, especially with our real estate market.
Sure.
And our rent.
I'm a realtor. Talk to you.
You want to talk about? Go talk about herbs or realtor?
I'm thinking you got 15 and a half years, baby. Take it out.
Really?
Not one that I want to share.
Oh, God.
He would be
That's
so embarrassed.
Well, that's the point. I'm
I
going to
get
share.
it.
That's a
He's
whole
16-year-old, so
story.
everything he remembers probably like the recent years where he's old enough to understand. Maybe I get that.
That's a baby.
I can see that.
Well,
I
this
didn't
happened
share
to
my
him as a
embarrassment.
baby, but when I say, like, Mom, shut up. Why do you say that?
Hey, so we are going to talk about the last segment, which is the mom's funny moments. So things that happen when you're a mom and you're out there being a good mom, and just things happen because things happen and become funny stories for the rest of your life. So ladies, do we have any funny stories? Who's going to start it? Who's going to start it? We're going to start with Wendy.
But I'm not gonna start with my kids' funny
Sure.
story. I'm gonna start because I think I consider my brothers and my siblings my kids too.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm a mom two ways. So I have 5 kids in total. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go.
So we're at mass, right? Where we're supposed to, try to compose ourselves, and show that we're doing good. My mom is there, myself, and my siblings, and they ring the little bell
Sure.
right before the hostia. And my brother goes, "Mami, el paletero!" And everybody was silent. Nobody could hold their composure. Everybody was giggling.
So one day I had my son and daughter and my niece because my sister-in-law was out, whatever, and then I had my sanita was like I think 3 months old, maybe 2 months old. No, she's 2 months old. And I was at my first year real estate office in the conference room because that's the only place that would hold us for having that many people and make sure that they're not gonna run out into the office. And so here I am, and Selma like, oh, and I'm like, oh, okay, something's happening here. And I'm like, easy, I'll just change their diaper, close the door. And the kids are all like sitting, so just imagine a big oval table and I'm like sitting here and I'm over here, and so I have long legs, so I use my legs as moms do, and I'm changing her, and as I do that, she goes
No.
all over me.
No.
And my son and my niece and my daughter, they see it, they still remember it till they like, Mama, she spit on you! I'm like, oh my God, how am I gonna get out of this office? I didn't even care about myself. I just didn't want anybody to see me. I'm like, I just poop all over me. Like, how do I get out of this? And they're just like laughing. And at the time, the hijab would have been great because I could have just like wiped it all off. But at the time, I still wasn't wearing a hijab, and I'm like, how do I get out of here? And literally, I'm frozen. Like, I'm shaking. Like, where do I do all this poop? This is a lot of poop. And so I'm like, kids, get up, like whatever, and they're just laughing at me because there's poop all over me. And it took them 20 minutes to help me out. And I didn't want to call. I didn't know who to call. Like, I was at a first team at Huntington Beach for like 10 years, so I was new to the office. So imagine, like, hello, I'm new for that, and I just have shit all over me. Could you come help me out? Like,
Es lo mismo cuando estás grande. Ay, chiquito y tú.
No.
No, la de
you got me beat, girl. Like,
Look at Franny's reaction.
I am mejor con él.
Ajá.
Ay,
No.
Okay.
You got anything to come up
Well, I mean, that's the only one that I
Just
can
do
really
it.
remember.
Just do
He's
it.
gonna hate me for it.
Here we go, here we go.
But okay, so he was 2 years old, so
Okay.
no, you know.
Yeah, no judgment.
No judgment. He'll probably be like, you shared it again. But so, you know, he was 2 years old and he was in the shower. And I always, you know, I would tell him, I'm like, you need to clean, you know, you need to clean your penis. And I always called it as it was. You know, people are like, why are you calling it that? I'm like, that's what it's called. It's not a pee, it's not a wee wee,
Your
it's
thing.
not,
Or like
no.
I say, your thing.
Like, you need to clean your penis yourself, you know? And I said, this is what you need to do. So he started cleaning it, right? And then all of a sudden, he starts screaming and going crazy. I'm like, wow, what happened? He's like, you're a horrible mother. Look at what happened to my penis. It froze and it's gonna fall off.
No, 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 no. Okay, I give you the throw on this one. Oh man, awkward. That would be death trouble.